everyone, thank you for watching my video. This is Evelyn and today I will be doing a review of the brush pens that I have in my collection or my stash. I have some from Pentel, Tombow, Delitter, one from Faber-Castell and one from Kuretake. I hope that you will enjoy watching my review. The first pen that I will be reviewing is the Tombow calligraphy pen. It is a dual pen and it has a black tip on one end and a gray tip on the other end. It writes very well, creates very nice thick and thin, and I really enjoy using this pen. It was one of the first pens that I bought. You can also use the gray nib to create brush lettering, or sometimes you can also use it to create shadows on the brush lettering that you have done with the black nib to create some dimension. And you can see that it also creates very nice thick and thin lines. The second pen that I will be using is the Tombow brush pen in soft nib. It also creates very nice thick and thin lines, and it is another favorite that I have been using since I started brush calligraphy. The ink on this one sometimes feels a little wetter than the ink from the Tombow dual pen. These next ones that I'm using are from Pentel. I have them in the regular and the extra fine nib. You can see the difference in the nibs here. I use the extra fine nib ones mainly in my journals when I'm writing brush lettering but in a smaller scale. They also have very distinctive thick and thin lines, so they look very beautiful when you write them in a smaller scale. Using the Pentel Sign Pen in the regular nib, you can see that the thick and thin is almost the same as the ones written with the Tombow pen. I find that both the Pentel and the Tombow pens have very good nibs for brush lettering. And now I will be using the Faber-Castell Artist Pitt pen in brush nib. I am not sure whether is it because I'm a left-hander or because I'm heavy-handed, but the nib frayed after a couple of times using it. So it produced a nice thick line, but it doesn't produce the nice thin line for me anymore. It kind of like shows that there's a couple of lines, not just one thin line that you want to achieve with brush lettering. And so I use this mostly to sketch, but not to write brush lettering that much anymore. Next up is the Delitter Neopiko Line 3. I bought this just to try it out, and I found that the nib is much longer than the rest of the brush nibs that I have, and it is much softer too, so it is harder to control, and I rarely use this for brush lettering. And this is my current favorite. This is the Kuretake Fudegokochi brush pen. I've only just gotten this pen recently, but I've already fallen in love with it. It has the blackest ink of all the brush pens that I have here, and it creates wonderful thick and thin lines. The nib has been holding up very well, as well as the Tombow and Pentel nibs. As I've mentioned before, I'm not sure whether is it because I'm heavy-handed or because I'm a left-hander, but some of the nibs in the pens that I have frays. But this one has been holding up very well. It has a very good quality nib, and I hope to continue using it. I've been using it a lot, and only time will tell if the nib holds up just as well. And you can see here that it's darker in color than ink as compared with the rest that I have, and it is really a pleasure to write with. I hope that you have enjoyed watching this video that I've put together on the brush pens that I currently have in my stash. Out of all the brush pens that I have, I would say the Tombows might be a very good starter pen. Well, because that's the one that I started out with. But the Pentel and the Kuretake has very good nibs too, and I think they might be good starter pens as well. But the Faber-Castell and the Deleter, if you're lighter handed than me, then perhaps they will work well for you, but I'm heavier handed and the nib frayed. I hope you've enjoyed this review. If you like the video, please do give it a thumbs up. Please click subscribe now, and once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!